Hi, my name is Julie and I'm the girl with the brush, and today I'm outside with the chickens. I'm gonna grab some leaves and I want to do some gel plate printing with leaves before they get all crusty, and I can't do that. So let's go for a walk and collect some leaves. Okay, here are the chickens. You can hear the chickens. I'm sure you can hear the chickens. This is their chicken tunnel. We call it the channel. And there they are. We have coyotes and fox and all kinds of things that will eat chickens. So when we're not outside with them, this is where they get to run around. And there's their coop where they play. And that big guy over there, that's Mo, the rooster. He's very pretty. So this is where they are. So we're gonna head out here. There's Mo. He's saying hi. We're gonna head out here to the grass. All right, so here we are. The grass is wet, so it's not been mowed. We're going out here because we've got a couple trees out here that I want, especially this one straight ahead here. This is my ginkgo tree, and I just love ginkgo leaves. So aren't they pretty? Look how pretty they are. So I'm gonna grab some of these. I'm also gonna grab like a whole stem here that we could just like print, you know, the whole little stem. Pull a couple off and we'll pull some leaves. Got my fistful of leaves here, and then we're gonna head over here. And the goldenrod is done. We got some little asters here. They're really pretty. And then we've got this red bud. And it's, you know, it's getting to the end of the season here. But the thing I love about the red bud is that, pull this one, sorry about that. The leaves are heart-shaped. So they make really nice hearts. So we'll get some of these, and then I'm gonna head up by the house for a couple. Okay, I'm up by the house. This is an oak leaf hydrangea, and I'm gonna grab a couple of these. They get these big flowers. They're like ivory, then pink, then burgundy, and then this coppery color. But the great thing about them is, see the leaf on the back? Look at that veining. It's really great. So I'm gonna grab a couple of these. I'm gonna get some that are a little smaller so they don't take up the whole gel plate. And then I'm gonna get, to go to kitties, I'm gonna get some of this. This is a mandevilla, and it has a really nice vein structure on it. So we're gonna get one of those. We'll pull a couple of those off, and we will head inside. On our way inside here, we got some kitties. This little guy on the left is Peanut Butter. Hey, Peanut. And that's Chowder. Chowie, where are you going? Chowder is his own cat, you know? He does whatever he wants. And there we go. Peanut's gonna follow him. And this is Henny Penny over here. Hi, Hen. Happy kitty. We have kitties because they keep the critters away. There they are. We have little kittens up on the porch. Let's walk over here and see if we can. This is Chestnut. Oh, my bird bath fell over. see if we can. That's Toga. Oh, there goes a baby kitty. This is Pebbles. She's a mama. And her kitties are under the stairs, so that's why she's hanging out right here. All right, I've got my leaves here, my pile of leaves here. I've got ginkgo leaves, some tulip tree leaves, that really pretty red bud, that's the heart-shaped leaf, the oak leaf hydrangea, more ginkgos. And these were from my mandevilla that's been blooming all summer. So I'm going to kind of pile those here. And this is my gel plate. I'm sure you've seen that before. This one is the, sorry for the noise, the 8x10 gel plate. And take it out of here. I have used it. There it is. And a few other things. I've got a brayer. And then I grabbed an assortment of paints. And I'll kind of show you the paint before I do something with it. The paper that I'm using is this Yasutomo sketch paper from Japan. The nice thing about it, and you can get this on Amazon. I think I actually bought mine at Dick Blick because I was at a Dick Blick store, but it has like a smooth side and a rough side. And I don't know if the camera really shows that, but you're going to print on the smooth side. And then one of the other things that I like to print on are these deli sheets. And I have these both in white and then in this like craft paper color. I really like this craft paper color. And then I've got a couple sheets of this copy paper. Actually, this is more of a cardstock with flecks in it. And then just some plain white copy paper that I can use to roll paint out with. So what I find is that it's better, and I probably could pull the back off here. It's better to start with just a single color at first until you like do a couple and kind of get some things going. And I start out with a little bit of paint. This is a Liquitex. This is a phthalo green, and I'm trying to find the little square. This is a little bit more transparent. It is not opaque. It doesn't have the indicator on here, but anyway, and I'm probably going to need more, but what you want to do is it's kind of a guessing game, the first couple, until you sort of get in the swing of it. Maybe that was enough. That was good. Yeah. So we're going to get just a thin coating here. And then I have this copy paper over here where I'm just rolling off on, and then you can use that for collage or whatever later. And I'm going to take this whole ginkgo branch. Now, I'm not sure how this is going to work. I've been wanting to try ginkgo leaves, but they don't have the really like thick veins, you know, like this one does. So we'll see. I mean, I'm sure we'll get something. I just am not sure what. And I'm going to lay this down like this. Oops. And I think I'll put one here. And here. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to try this first. I'm going to lay this on here. This tissue like really sticks to the paint. And part of the reason that I picked this one first, and this is a good one to kind of do a test with, is because you can see through it, like where everything is and how close I am to the stem here. And you can kind of tell if you're doing, you know, if you're doing this for the first time, and especially the first time with leaves, I found that having this really helps. Because look, I just pushed on that, and now I found a whole nother area there where it wasn't quite close enough. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, I've pushed all of that in, and you could see how this was getting smaller and smaller where the paint is showing. I'm going to lift that. Look at that. That's pretty fun. I'm going to set that over here. And then we're going to lift these. I do see lines, so that's good. I do see lines. Okay. And then I will take, this paper is kind of big, and we're probably just going to use half at a time. So I'm going to fold it really quick in half. And see if I can tear it nicely. No, it's not tearing nicely. Okay, it's not tearing nicely. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to move that out of the way. I'm going to hang it off the table. I'm going to lay it down. And what I find, I don't have a barren. If you see people that kind of, it looks like a hockey puck that they're pushing on here. It's called a barren. I don't have one of those. And every time I do this, I think, oh, I should get that. And then I think, oh, I don't really need it. I don't do it that often, but I think that I may try it. If I get one, I'll do a video with it. We'll see. The nice thing about the barren is it's about this big around. It's a bigger surface, and you put pressure in the center, and it's a larger surface area instead of, like, you know, when I'm pushing like the ends of my fingers, there's more pressure, or the side of my palm, but not necessarily my whole hand. So that's the advantage to that. Let's pull that up. So see, that was not wonderful. This is why I said to do a test. Now, it's not awful. I mean, you know, if I were to use this actually as a page in a junk journal, I think it would be great. I still have some of that on here. I also may have waited too long, and that might not be coming up because it was wet, or I mean too dry. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use, this is just a Master's Touch. I think this is from Hobby Lobby. This is a white, titanium white. This is actually a heavy body, and I have used this before on the gel plate, and it worked. The only one that I have in the, like, thick body, well, no, I guess the Payne's Gray is too. I've got two that are thick body, and they did work okay, but it did seem like the thinner paints worked better. And you want to kind of get this all even. Trying to get all the little lines out. And then I'm over here getting it off on my scrap paper. And then for this one, I'm literally just going to take a piece of copy paper. And I think what I have found is it's really good to try different papers and different paints, because you never know what's going to work. And the other thing is that I have found that even when I find something that works, if it works today, it might not work tomorrow. So I'm really impressed with those people that like use their Gelli plate and, you know, do the same thing over and over again. I have found that it's a surprise every time. That has been my experience. So now I'm going to lift the corner here, but I still have a lot of white on there. But the green is coming off, so you can see it. There we go. Again, it's a little lighter. I think it would be a good junk journal page. It's not perfect, okay? Not perfect, but it's okay. I also find that this tissue is really good at getting things off. And I don't know if, again, it's because I can see through it, so I know where I need to put pressure. But it does make me happy, this tissue. And I don't mind if there's a little bit of grunge, like, you know, a little white here or a little something there, because I'm not making fine art. I'm just making things that I can use in my journal or my junk journal. That's all. Okay, now I'm gonna try this color. And I will tell you, I've had some pretty good success with this. This is quinacridone violet. This is a Dick Blick, and this is actually a fluid acrylic. I can't remember if I opened. Yeah, I did. Okay. Some of them. I have a couple of this color because it's good. So this is a fluid acrylic, so it's gonna be more watery. I don't know if you can see that as I'm rolling it even. It's like water. And there are places where it's not sticking. We'll see if we can get it to stick everywhere. I just keep rolling. Usually I do this a little further in. It's kind of separating. We'll see what happens. It's either going to be amazing or not, right? So let's do this heart-shaped leaf from the redbud tree. And again, I am putting these with the veins down. Okay, veins down. I'm gonna do it again with this one so you can see. We'll see what happens here. Again, see, I like starting with this. It makes my brain really happy because I can push along the edge here and find the edge of the leaf, which is really good, and the edge of the stem, the whole thing. It's good. Okay. There we go. Now, I don't know, I'm feeling a little adventurous here. Let's see. gonna bend this edge and see if I can match it, just for yucks. Let's see what happens. They also have those frames that you can use that will allow you to lift your paper and put it back in the same place. But I don't have time for that. So there we go. I like that. I like that a lot. So let's let that dry. And we still have some stuff on there. I'm going to use this other cleanup. You can also use, I will say that the Japanese calligraphy paper, the Yasutomo paper that I used, it's also really good for cleanup. Because it just really sticks to things. Now I've got some purple. You can see how much, probably on the white, see how much is left here. There's quite a bit. So, I'm okay with that being there. And I think what I'm going to do now is some Payne's Gray. So this is a heavy body Payne's Gray from Master's Touch. And I thought this Payne's Gray would be kind of fun because I could use some of these blue-gray prints in like an October journal, Halloween. Okay, for this one, I'm going to do this tulip tree leaf. And again, you know, make sure you got the veins down. I live in Indiana, and this is our state tree. It's a pretty tree. It's a pretty flower in the spring. Some people don't even know it gets a flower because if you didn't know to look for it, you wouldn't even know. And they grow really fast. Oh, I ran out of room. Okay, well, let's put the hydrangea leaf. This is going to be a hodgepodge. Let's just do that. And another one of these. Okay. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to use the other side. I think I might be like out of the screen. Go. I'm trying to get all the way to the corners and make sure that I kind of feel for the stems so that I can kind of like run my hand down the vein of the leaf in the center and then kind of go out so that we get some pretty good stuff. Okay. There we go. That's pretty good. I'll lift these up. The Payne's Gray, I have good luck with. Now, I think that I have good luck with it because it is so bold that you can just see it better. I'm gonna try to get the middle of these. So I'm just lining up that side and then I'm rolling it towards me. Crinkled there a little. And again, we're not going for perfection, but you know, what I have found is this works better for me with fewer colors. I have not had good luck yet with multiple colors because I feel like I overthink it and then I put the wrong color first or the wrong color second, and then you don't really see it. So I'm gonna rub a little more. And you can kind of see where my leaves were here, so I'm rubbing quite a bit because I want to get all of that off. Okay. And it didn't quite line up, but it's okay. Actually, it's kind of cool. Look at that. It's like over a little, but it almost looks like a shadow. Or I meant to do that. I meant to do that over a little. But there it is, see? So we don't have to worry about perfection. Now I do have this dark stuff. Let's try this side. It doesn't really matter. And honestly, this page that I'm kind of cleaning up with, sometimes, you know, this turns out really cool and I use this over a piece of paper or over something, or even under a piece of vellum to strengthen it. It's stuck in the middle. It's not coming off because it's dry. Okay. This is Liquitex Iridescent Rose Gold. Now, I really like this one. I know there's still Payne's Gray on there. I don't care if there's some darkness on there because it'll look like patina. This color is very pretty. Okay, now let's see what we got. We got some ginkgos. I have another ginkgo branch. Let's try that. Let's try that. Okay. I'm gonna go back to my Japanese paper. I've actually got several pieces here. I'm at the end of the plate here. I didn't do a very good job. But that's okay. Remember, we're not going for perfection, but I am going to push down around where I can feel these leaves and stems so that we get everything around them. Okay. Some of that black came up, but I'm not upset about that. Look at that. That's interesting. So let me move this a little bit. Look at that. It's kind of interesting because it kind of looks like there were other leaves that had fallen. So let's see if I pull these up. Start at the bottom this time. Okay. Let's roll that up. That is not in the right place at all, but we're going to try it. You know, you can't take this too serious. I do this because it makes me happy. Let's see what we got. We got a little. We got a little. And I'm okay with that. The rest of that is kind of stuck there. So let's see. Let's see what we could put down. You can clean these, of course. Why would we stop to clean anything, right? I'm going to use that. This is chromium oxide green. This is a golden fluid acrylic. Shake it. I know green is so predictable, right? This is fluid acrylic, so it's thinner. Let's see what we can do here. The fluid acrylics, they separate a little on the plate. But I find you don't see too much of that when you're doing your print. So I don't let it alarm me. I put that on there pretty quickly because I didn't want it to dry at all, because I think what happened, and part of the reason that these other colors have stuck, is because they were already dry. So that works pretty well. This is pulling everything up on the bottom. You can see now that was a good cleanup. So you got to get it on there when it's wetter. And I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but there's a little iridescent here. I probably might even take like a copper pen or a black pen, or I might even cut out that shape and use that leaf for something. Okay, so now we have a clean slate, and I want to try something funky. This is just folk art paint from Michael's. Purple Flash. It's this color shift iridescent something. Oh yeah, it is open. Okay. I couldn't see into the cap, so I thought that it wasn't open. Like, what do we have to lose, right? Because I also think this could be something that would look really great in my, like, Halloween pages. see what happens. This is pretty funky. It's like an ultraviolet. Okay. So let's do that. Let's just do whatever we haven't done yet, right? Because some of them have different colors on them. Gotta find one without paint on it. Okay. Let's go with this calligraphy paper. And again, this is a little bit thinner one. You can kind of see where the leaves are and where I need to push. And I can definitely like feel the veins, and we'll get all of that pushed down. And we'll see. Ooh. Now that's pretty. Not bad for 99 cents, right? I don't know if I could put another color over it. I'd have to let it dry really well. But I think, let's do this trick. Let's see what we get. And, you know, on the one that I did with the Payne's Gray, nothing lined up, but it still looked good. So let's see what happens with this. There we go. It's kind of a ghost print. It's definitely pretty. There's still paint left on here. I'm going to try this. This is another one of those 99-cent paints. And this one is Villa Green, and this is a matte finish. So let's see what happens. Whoops. I'm going to try it on this cardstock that's got flecks of green and blue and orange and I don't know what. Just making sure I'm rubbing. Okay. Well, that got most everything off. It's not lovely. But the nice thing about this is I can use this as a page to clean up, you know, because I got most of it off. Let me get my other little cleanup page here. You know, I like this one because I can see through it. And depending on, you know, what you do, let's see. We'll get... Look at that collage. It wants to be collaged. Okay. Well, I think I'm going to stop there. What I'm going to do, I'm going to show you a couple things first. So this is my brayer page that I was rolling off of. I like these pages because now I can come back on this, you know, and I can do some mark making, and I can make my own collage fodder, like, you know, whatever I decide that I want to do. And you can just doodle or whatever you decide. So there's that one, and then there's this one. Also, I picked one of these up and I put it through the die cut machine. I have a feather die cut, and I printed feathers, and it was beautiful. So don't throw those away. I'll show you this one. So this is that iridescent rose gold that the middles kind of didn't come out, but I don't hate it. It looks like other leaves have fallen on top of like the wet leaves that aren't always as pretty. This one I thought gave us kind of a ghost effect. I thought that was very pretty. This is one of the first ones. These are those red bud leaves. This one is really pretty. This might be my favorite of the day. Remember, this was that green that I kind of tried to clean up with. That is okay, but not wonderful, right? Here's another cleanup. Okay, but not wonderful. But, you know, you could even come in with acrylic and use this like a coloring page, or just use this in a junk journal as a page. This one is really pretty. Again, collage, a background, a page in a junk journal, okay? And there was that one. Remember, I tried to kind of clean that up, but look how pretty this is. I mean, I think that you could take this and still use part of it, or again, if you make a journal page in a junk journal, this is a nice background because you've already got something and you can add to it. This one, this is probably, oh, I don't know. These two are tied for this is the iridescent one, but this one is really great. I'm excited about this because this is going to be perfect in some Halloween journals. So I hope that you enjoyed coming along with me to gather some leaves and to create these jelly prints. And if you learned something or you just enjoyed watching me make mistakes and you might have learned something, please like or subscribe. And I hope that you'll come back soon and visit me at my art table.